Hi, I'm Drew, a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis and my gorgeous dog, JB Fetcher.
And I'm Grant, and I live in Florida. I'm a former pastor. I probably should have mentioned that. It's the only interesting thing about me is what I used to be, not what I currently am.
Correct.
And I live here with my wife, my 4 kids, and JB comes over here sometimes, but Drew doesn't know about it. And as we talk about what we're talking about today, it's good grammar. Trigger warning. I asked Drew about drug use, and we say it in funny, lighthearted ways. But I understand
you might hear it as we're like promoting drugs, but we're not at all. I should be dead.
Yeah, Drew really should be dead for a lot of reasons.
Because I've upset God, which is why I'm not going to be raptured. Yeah. We also touch on the rapture that is happening right now. Look up into the sky. You're going to see some pussies and butts. Enjoy the episode.
And like and subscribe, because you're going anyway. Like and subscribe before the rapture,
please. Hi, I'm Drew, and I'm gay. Oh my God. Oh no. Grant, he was raptured. That means I'm left behind.
You dumb boy. You dumb little boy.
That was so
I was
scary.
Practicing the rapture.
Is that how you practice the rapture? You just stand 3 feet away from your chair? Y'all couldn't see that shot, but in my camera, Grant
they couldn't see it.
Right
Don't do that, Drew. Don't. You know what? This is why we can't ever go to magic shows anymore.
I want to do.
Do you remember when we were
frames?
at El Chico after church one day, and there was a magician that came around?
Yes.
Were you the one who picked up the cup, or was it me?
I don't remember.
One of us picked up the cup when they did the little ball hide trick thing and revealed the trick. And
that wasn't me. That was definitely you. Listen, I don't break rules.
The magician wasn't happy, but Dad was very not happy. I didn't understand until it became apparent how the deepest anger you're going to feel is when you feel embarrassed by them.
Yeah.
It's a deep anger.
100%.
Anyway.
That's why he threw so much stuff. He hated us.
Because he's embarrassed. To be fair, he hated
gotta
you
say, y'all, today is the rapture. So we're speaking to all the heathens left behind.
Praise God.
Did you see any?
We don't know when it's going to happen.
Well, it's going to happen at some point today, probably. And
between today and tomorrow, we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be tonight.
But when it starts, y'all look up. You'll have to look up people's junk, because a lot of people said that they're going to be naked, and I'd love to see all those pussies and peeners. Pussies and peeners and Christian pussies and peeners.
All Christians are hung.
I was obsessed with Rapture talk this week. I have not stopped watching. Actually, my entire FYP is just Rapture videos. I love it so much. The guy who invented Rapture, his last name was Darby, and I take that on as a badge of honor.
In the 19th century.
1830, was it?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, early 19th century.
Yeah, I love it. It's so funny. It's so dumb. I will say the tides have turned a little on Rapture TikTok as we've gotten closer and closer to the Rapture. The people who were giving tips on like what to do, they have 2 people I've seen now, including the original guy who made the announcement that God talked to him, have now made videos saying, this is what I'll do if I'm still here on the 25th. I will apologize. Don't
hedge your bets like that. It's a lack of faith.
I probably won't ever talk about the rapture again. And I'm like, dude. Oh, and the one thing that he said was, and all the harm that I may have caused in the name of Jesus, I will apologize for. And I was like, so you're doing harm, but it's in the name of Jesus, so it's okay.
I mean, he doesn't know he's doing harm. Like,
have you seen the lady?
If it all works out.
Have you seen the lady who is giving, like, she's making quick short videos with quick tips about when you get raptured?
Yes.
I love when she says,
don't hold anything.
Don't hold anything. And
that was one of her tips.
Don't look down. If we've learned anything, we've learned that from Lot's wife.
Lot famously escaped Sodom and Gomorrah, and God said, when I destroy them, don't turn around. Lot's wife turned around and became a pillar of salt.
Well, bitches be tripping. They gotta be salt.
Drew, I was an adult and I believed that happened.
I know. That makes me so sad.
Anyway, yeah, the Rapture. So we were actually at Goodwill yesterday, looking, because Goodwill's got all that smoke. And while we were there, the Left Behind, you remember the Left Behind series,
Of
the
course.
books? Okay. The Left Behind teen series
Hell yeah.
in its entirety was on the shelf.
How is that different from regular
And-
Left Behind?
Oh,
Math
so
class?
regular Left Behind, it's through teen eyes, but also regular Left Behind, it had, according to Christians, it had some adult themes, like Rayford Steele, who was the main
His
character.
name is Rayford?
Yeah, Rayford
I don't
Steele.
like that.
Isn't that a badass
I don't like that
name?
at all.
That's a smut book name.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's
not good.
Yeah.
That's a predator.
Rayford Steele doesn't shake hands. Rayford Steele fingers you. That's how he says hello. Yeah, he was having an affair, and of course, it doesn't say anything, but it implies that this married man went into a hotel room with a married woman that wasn't his wife.
Hot. Love that.
So that's not in the teen series.
Oh, sure. Teens fuck. Haven't you seen
all the war
Utopia?
stuff.
Euphoria? Which one is it?
Zootopia.
Thank you.
You're thinking
Thank
of
you so much.
Zootopia. Anyway, seeing that was
If
a
you
little
had
like,
to fuck
oh,
a zoo
man, I just
animal,
went
gun
back
to
all
your
that.
head,
Okay.
you have to fuck a zoo
Duckbill
animal.
platypus.
Okay.
Duckbill platypus.
Okay. Mouth or butt?
Yep.
Okay.
You got to be careful in the back because they have a poison spike on one of their legs. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they're like a weird animal.
They should. I honestly, sometimes I forget they're real. And when I, like, truly, I'll see like a drawing of one and I'm like, God, what if those were real? And then I'm like, oh, wait, they are.
Yeah, they're very
I don't
real.
believe in evolution either.
Very real. It's silly. I think we need to speak to, because right now the Rapture hasn't happened.
At time of filming.
But it's going to.
At time of filming.
At time of filming.
But it could happen.
And I don't.
You may never hear this.
Well, I don't know if you're listening to this. I don't know if you've been raptured or haven't. So we need to talk to people pre-rapture. Like, how do you prep?
Pre,
And
mid,
then
and
even
post.
for those of us, sorry, I misspoke. Even for those of you who will be left behind, because let's be honest, Drew, I was super good Christian for a long time, and I love pussy. And
You
God
hurt
loves
so
pussy.
many people for
And
Jesus.
so-
Like, you should go to heaven.
Okay.
You should
Okay.
absolutely go to
Okay.
heaven.
Okay.
You ruined
Okay, Drew,
my
thank
life
you.
for Jesus.
Okay.
You almost
Okay.
killed me.
But we need to give you tips as well, because the world's going to change when all of us Christ followers are called out of the. And I don't follow Christ anymore, but don't tell him. He's busy. He's got a lot of
He's
shit
busy.
going on.
There's no way he knows.
notices.
There's no way he knows.
So, Drew, what about pets? Do pets go to heaven? Will they be left behind? What do we say to Christians who have
I
pets?
love the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, but guess what? It was a cartoon. It's fantasy. Pets stay.
Unlike the Bible.
Exactly.
Not a cartoon.
We take
Not
heaven
fantasy.
seriously. So pets stay on earth and they will be eaten by the heathens. And then they'll go to hell probably.
Okay.
I mean, some dogs should. Those little white dogs, those crusty white dogs like Amanda had, those
crusty
should
white
be in
dogs
hell
are
right now.
demons.
I think they come from
Those
hell.
Can I side note real quick
Sure.
about a point that Alex O'Connor made that makes so much sense to me?
Who's that?
He's like my favorite atheist philosopher arguer on YouTube.
So wait,
He's
I watched him today.
so smart.
Alex.
Did you?
Yes,
He's so
I
nice.
did. I watched his interview
He's so
with
nice.
Link or Rhett.
Yeah.
I'd never
Rhett.
seen it. I saw a clip of it on TikTok and I watched all 2 hours of it. I loved it. And I'm halfway through. He's interviewing a Mormon and I love it.
So he did a Jubilee video
Yeah.
where he talked to all these Christians.
fuck that.
And
I
the
hate
thing
Jubilee.
the thing that's different about him than like the guy who did what's his name? Hassan, the professional debater who used to be on like Fox News, CNN.
Yeah, I think.
He did the Jubilee where he was there with all the right wingers. Anyway, he like talks over people. He's very aggressive. He'll like catch them saying something and then like he'll just hone in on that and beat them over the head with it. Alex O'Connor's not like that. He's very kind. He's like, he lets people talk.
Well, he's British.
So I've watched a lot of his stuff. He's British and that's why. But one of the things I love that he said recently about animals was he said, when we talk about, for example, the suffering of human beings, Christians can write that off and say, well, God uses suffering as some sort, like a crucible that will perfect them, and you can learn from suffering and it will make you better in some way, right? And he said, so what about animal suffering? Because that can't be true for them. He said, think about like a deer that falls in the forest and gets its leg trapped in something, and now it's broken and it can't escape. And so it suffers and is cold and scared and doesn't understand what's happening to it, and then it starves to death and it just dies out there. That animal suffered for what? How did that bring God glory? It couldn't improve that animal's life. It couldn't learn a lesson and become better because of it. And so then he goes to all this stuff in scripture. And so, for example, like the massacre of the Canaanites.
Oh, I hate that massacre. He said, okay, it's one of my least favorite.
You can call these people evil and somehow say that women and children and disabled people deserve to be put to the sword. Okay.
Well, the women part.
What about the animals?
Maybe they ate with that one.
Like, what about the animals? They were told to kill all of the animals as well. Like, it's a really great point when you think about suffering, because Christians will sidestep the suffering of humans by saying that, well, you can learn from suffering in some way, which is a shitty explanation.
Some way.
But
some way.
You can't answer that when it comes to the suffering of animals. And anyway, he made that point.
I can watch a million people die in a movie. I love when people die in movies. But if I see an animal,
it's great,
even slightly confused, I will kill myself. I won't do it. Have you seen Weapons yet? No, it wasn't Weapons.
No,
have you
told me
seen The Conjuring
times.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Well, I watched it for the first time.
No,
It's
I'm
been
not
out
allowed.
for like 12 years. So spoiler, but like you've had time.
No spoilers.
This isn't a huge spoiler, but their dog dies and they find the body.
Conjured.
Even though so much bad stuff is happening to the people, the dog who seemingly like died in his sleep, it was devastating to me personally. And I could not stop thinking about that dog. And I knew, and I kept telling myself, it's a fake dog. That's not a real dog.
Yeah.
We were, okay, when we went to see Weapons, there was a trailer. There's a new movie coming out where it's a horror film.
I don't know what Weapons is.
It's a horror film.
Okay.
Where the main character's a dog, an actual dog. And Curtis, Curtis is like, I can't wait to see that movie. I can't wait to see how they made a horror movie where a dog is the main character. Like, how can that not be funny? How could it be horror? And I was like, fuck you. I'm not seeing that. And he's like, why? And I was like, it's a horror movie. So at some point, the dog is going to be scared. The dog is going to be scared. Dogs can't act. Dogs can't act. Okay.
Yeah.
Air Bud, bless his heart.
Airbud? Hang on. You seen
Listen,
Air Bud?
Air Bud's fine. Did he act? He played basketball.
Oh, yeah. He acted.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. But sure, I'll watch a kid die.
How many dogs played Air Bud?
Oh, don't.
5.
That's too many. I don't want to be spiritual, but I know that spirituality can help people. And I do think Buddhism sounds really nice.
Does it? The detachment from the material world?
Yeah.
I agree with some of that.
Look, I got a new necklace. It's diamonds. Wait, can I not keep this
no, you can.
in Buddhism?
You totally can. Don't look into Buddhism. You're fine. You've pretty much got it figured out. There was a post that I came across on Rapture Talk about pets, and the comments were wonderful. They were like, I'm leaving 6 months of food, and I'm leaving the toilet seats up for the dog to get water, and I'm leaving a Rapture note and hope that he goes to a good home. And I love the idea that God is like, I'm bringing you up. The things that you love and like would give your life for, God's going to suck for them. They're going to suffer for you.
They will suffer.
Oh, they're going to suffer.
But you're going to love it up there. You're just going to be praising and worshiping Jesus.
So
you won't even
take
think
care of
about
your
all
pets.
Your dogs being dead.
The second is, as you've already mentioned, Drew, when you get raptured, you're going naked. You're going naked.
You will be going naked. Yeah,
That's
you will
what
lose
Left
your
Behind
clothes. You can't bring
taught us.
Levi's. You can't bring Levi's to heaven.
God, look,
Okay?
God made our bodies. He wants to look at them. He wants to see your dangler.
He wants to see your pussy.
He wants to see your pussy.
He wants to see your penis.
Mm-hmm.
He even wants to see your butthole. He doesn't want to see your balls, though. He knows he made a mistake.
You will not have balls in
He knows
heaven.
he fucked up with that. You will not have balls in
If you
heaven.
have a cloaca,
no.
he wants to see that too. He made it all.
He does want to see that.
And he loves it.
Yeah, he made in his own image. He has all of those things except balls. He doesn't have balls.
Have you seen
That was a last minute decision he regrets.
Have you seen the Rapture talk where I saw one, I don't know if it's real, and God, I hope it is, where a guy sold his car?
Yes, Grant. Yes, I have.
Oh,
and I hope to God it's real.
Oh, I love that so much.
I saw one where an Uber driver picked up a couple from church and they gave him a $1,900 tip in cash.
I fucking love it. Yes.
Because they knew they don't need it anymore. And they knew God would put an Uber driver who needed them in their path today.
I've got to find them. I've got to stop recording and I've got to go find these people right now and get their money. I used to get money from church people all the time. I was a huckster of the highest hucks.
It's a lack of critical thinking that honestly, it's unmatched. It really, we have not been this dumb.
Have you heard of Jonestown? That's pretty rough. That's a rough one.
First time I watched the CNN documentary about Jonestown where they play the full audio. Haunting.
Do you know how many dogs they poisoned?
Stop. I'll kill myself.
Women and children, not a big deal, but the
Well, I didn't know them.
Good point. But
it's because you know what it's because they, even though it's horrible, they know what's happening to them. Even if it's unfair, they know that it's unfair. Like they know what's happening. But animals don't know. It's so sad.
Anyway,
kill those babies.
I do have bad news for all of those who get stuck behind. All of like the Republicans and church leaders and everything, they're all gone. Trump's gone. Yeah. JD Vance is gone. Mike Johnson's gone.
He'll actually be raptured before everyone else. He gets first dibs.
He's the best. So they're all gone, and so that means like Democrats and like scientists will kind of be in charge, and you're going to have to get used to. Guess what, idiots? You wanted universal health care, now you got it, idiot.
Actually,
you want education, moron? You're going to have it.
Actually, really excited to say that most Democrats do say that they are Christians, so they will also be gone. And I'm not mad at it.
Who's running the show? It'll be us.
Atheists.
It'll be us,
and murderers.
Brother. It's time for us to take our rightful throne. Okay.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to murder everybody.
No, you can murder people. We got to get in power first. Then you can murder all you want. That's what they do.
Let me in power. I won't murder you.
There you go. That's our campaign promise. Let us in power. We won't murder you.
We won't murder you. Okay, for real though, can you imagine how nice it would be?
It'd be a couple of great days. Oh my God, there'd be no more
really incredible days.
No more NPR donation drives because they wouldn't need it. They'd have all the money. Everyone have tote bags.
Oh my God, so many tote bags.
All electric cars.
I would miss
truck nuts.
The Real Housewives of Orange County. And well, actually any of the Real Housewives, let's be honest. They're all very Christian pieces of shit. And I'd be so sad to see them go.
What? Okay. What is the atheist leftist equivalent of the Real Housewives? Who would be the people?
Drag Race.
Who would be the people we'd hate on in the new world?
That we would hate?
Yeah, that we'd love to hate. Okay, RuPaul's Drag Race. Why do you say that? Because you're still grooming in this new world?
I think once the people who are hurling all of this shit at drag queens and saying that trans people are terrorists, I think once they're gone, I think we can all look around and look at each other because it's a safe space and we can actually say, maybe they were right. Drag queens are kind of fucked up. And then we just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm only doing this to fuck with the right. I'm trying to own the conserves.
Yeah. Okay? Those conservative tears, baby.
Conserves. Yeah, exactly.
When was it Texas? Some fucking stupid state just passed a bathroom law about trans people again. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
I unplugged.
And then people are saying like the FBI wants to, they want to officially say that like trans people are part of this terroristic, like whatever. The best
insane.
comment I saw from a trans person was, I just want to watch anime and drink Sprite in my bedroom. Like, I'm not a terrorist. I just want to watch anime and drink Sprite.
Is there are actual people they could go after. There are things they could actually accomplish, but instead they're just bothering a group of people who truly just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
The best thing about the rapture happening is that the people who are creating every problem in this world will be gone. Truly, I think Christian nationalism, American Christians, I think create the majority of issues in the United States. All these bills and all these laws and things we're voting on, we shouldn't be. It's stupid. We shouldn't be arguing about trans people. We shouldn't be just leave people alone. Leave people fucking alone.
These are the same people who argue against big government, but they want to come into your bathroom.
100%. They want to come. They don't like big government, but they would love to take a look inside your house just for a minute. And they've got
just
a couple
for
notes.
A minute.
Like,
what's under What's under your pants? What's in your pants? Also,
yeah, I don't like that.
Once they're gone and hell opens up to consume Earth, think about the renewable energy source that we have with
the hellfires,
rivers of lava. We can find a way.
I hadn't considered that.
We can find a way to harness that power. We're gonna have clean energy forever. No more windmills killing our whales and birds. Trump was right.
I have to be honest with you. Trump does say some silly things, but he might be right on the windmills. Hear me out. When I first moved to Chicago, I used to
see all
drive,
the windmills, the Chicago windmills.
I used to drive down 10 hours to Memphis because I was young, and that was something you can do when you're young.
And dumb and full of cum.
I wasn't, though. I was constantly coming. Like, there was nothing left. Anyway.
The car was sticky.
And Dad wanted it gay. Anyway, the car, not my cum.
Bye.
No, he is bi, I think. Anyway, so there was a point, and I can't remember where, but there was a point in that drive where for 10 to 15 minutes, it seems, probably not that long, you're just driving through giant fields of nothing but windmills. And it is freaky as fuck.
Thanks a lot, AOC.
So disconcerting. And do it. I shouldn't have been driving on that road anyway. I should have been in an airplane, like a fucking woke liberal. But
that's on you.
They're scary, and I get it. And I understand if Trump looked at a field of those windmills, I can understand him going, that looks dangerous. I bet that kills whales.
His brain just couldn't compute it. He just sees it.
No,
and
it's really scary. They're not. It's pretty eerie, especially on like a gray day.
I heard someone say that if you paint one of the turbines black, that it cuts down on the bird deaths by like 80-something%. Like they can see it and they won't fly into it. And then someone said, but if you paint one of the turbines sky blue, 100% bird death.
100%.
We're gonna
misses,
get them all.
Never fails.
We're gonna get them all.
Yeah.
Drew, can we switch gears a little bit? Because I'm a little scared of the rapture and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's so scary.
Do you remember that DC Talk song about the rapture? I wish we'd all been ready.
Oh, but I wish we had. We should have fucking been ready for that.
Do you know that song?
God damn it. No.
Oh, it came out like right around. It's an old song, but they redid it. And it came out around the Left Behind book craze. And I remember listening to it as a kid and thinking like, hell yeah, brother.
I do really, really, really want to watch the Left Behind movies. I've never seen them. And
I haven't either. Is this a Patreon thing?
Maybe we should, for our next, instead of doing God's Not Dead 3, because he's still not dead, by the way. I think we should do Left Behind so that we can be a little more prepared for what we're going to be left with.
They keep singing about these horrible scenes, and then they sing together, I wish we'd all been ready. Can I read you a couple of them? Mm-hmm. A man and wife asleep in bed. She hears a noise and turns her head. He's gone. I wish we'd all been ready.
Okay, rhyming bed with head? Stellar.
That's pretty good. The children died. The days grew cold. A piece of bread could buy a bag of gold. I wish we'd all been ready.
Did the dogs die, though? Do they mention the dogs?
Alex O'Connor makes a good point about the forgiveness of God and the grace of God, because it says here, there's no time to change your mind. The Son has come and you've been left behind. I wish we'd all been ready. He makes a good point about God. He's like, one of the beautiful things about Christianity truly is this idea of forgiveness and this idea of this grace that God gives you, where you can disappoint and disappoint and disappoint. And he's so generous that he'll forgive you.
But he's the one that made the rules you're breaking.
I understand.
Sorry, I apologize.
But he's talking to a Christian. He's talking to that old man that goes on college campuses and
Jordan
argues
Peterson.
with. No. But he's like the forerunner of Jordan Peterson. You would recognize him. He's very obnoxious. But he's talking to him, and he says, "If you died, do you cease to exist? Like, your body dies, do you die?" And like, no, you believe you have the soul. Like, you continue on, right? Mm-hmm. And so he said, why the arbitrary cutoff for this grace and this forgiveness? Why can't I be forgiven after I've died? Like, why does it have to be right now? Because if I continue, all that's happened is my body has stopped, but I continue. And so I get to the afterlife. I see God, I meet Jesus, whatever. And I go, you know what? I was wrong. I do want what you have to offer me for the rest of eternity. Can I be forgiven now? And you're telling me, no, you can't.
God's
and he
a
said,
dick.
why? But like, why? And I was like, fuck, that's a great point. Mormons believe that you get another chance, by the way. You go to spirit jail.
And you get a planet.
And you get another chance.
Fuck.
No, maybe. If you're a white man.
Let's do Mormon.
So-
I'm a white man, sort of.
Drew, can we talk about drugs?
Whoa. Sure. Do you need some? Are you asking?
Yeah, we can. No, Drew. Over the years, we've had private conversations, and we've talked drugs before. And I
Yes.
listen to. I love. Do you like Neil Brennan? Are you a fan?
Yes, I think he's very
Co-creator of
funny.
Chappelle's Show.
Yeah, I think he's very funny.
I love his podcast Blocks, and he ends up talking about drugs a lot. Unfortunately, he says that ayahuasca led him to believe that there's a higher power, and I'm like, well, all right, Neil. But
A higher
we've talked about
power
drugs
is
over the years.
fine. A higher power, someone who says higher
Yeah.
power is not going to pass a law that says you can't get married.
Right, because the problem is not belief, the problem is dogma. And
Right.
someone who says higher power doesn't have a dogma. Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
I wanted to ask you about drugs, but before we do,
Okay.
can we just say real quick that if you're struggling with that, I don't want to trigger you if you're listening to this, but if you need help, there is a Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration hotline. That's 1-800-662-HELP or 1-800-662-4357.
Just Google it. Next time you
can go to
next time you don't have the shakes, just Google it.
SAMHSA.gov, by the way, until the Trump administration shuts that down, because addiction is just a demon that you need to get out
Yeah, you
through
just need to
church.
pray about it.
But if you need help, please, dear God, get help. I wanted to
And if
talk
you've never
about-
done
to
drugs,
talk about-
this is a conversation to say never do them. Okay, if you think that we're going to tell you we had so much fun on drugs, that's not what we're going to say. Is it how we feel? Maybe, but it's not what we're going to say because it's not worth it. Go ahead, brother.
We actually are going to say, if you want to do them, like, you probably should. There's some really great ones out there, and they make you feel good, and they kind of just get you through this hellacious like world we live in.
Okay, I do have to be
But-
honest. There is THC juice in here. I am slowly getting high. So
You pulled that's a real Elvis Presley, Richard Nixon moment. You are high in the Oval Office getting a badge to tell people to say no to drugs.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I do have a badge.
You can take the boy out of Memphis. You can't take the Elvis out of his butt.
TCB, taking care of
So
butts.
Drew, can I ask you? Over the year, here's what I've done. I made a list of drugs.
Sure.
These are not made up. These are real drugs.
Okay.
I want to go through this list. I want to ask you, do you have experience with said drug?
Okay.
I want to figure out what your experience is, and if you have any good stories connected to them.
Okay, before
And
we
I'll
do
have
this,
so
I
many
do want to
questions.
say just out loud that
It's the best way to do it on a podcast.
I was never smart about it. I usually did it when I was already drunk because I was binge drinking. I was so unhappy. And what I did was very dangerous. And if you are going to do drugs, you have to especially with fentanyl these days, you have to test.
Oh, yeah.
You have to test your drugs. You have to know, like,
Yep.
you have to at least be with someone who knows all about it. Like, there's safer ways. Doing drugs will never be safe, but there are safer ways to do it. All of the stories I'm about to tell you were not safe. I should be dead. And carry on.
So, Drew, when we went to...
I've done them all. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
When we went to the meetup in Orlando, we met up with some wonderful people. And the first person we met up with immediately had poppers. Like pulled out poppers, like what a normal thing. I didn't know what they were. I still don't quite know what they are. And so what are they? They're a drug.
You sniff them. Okay. It smells like...
Are they a drug? Are they drug adjacent?
They're drug adjacent. Yeah. They're not recognized as a drug, so you can buy them anywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, they're basically a drug. So you're smelling a chemical, and it's very chemically smelly. And you sniff it, you hold it for a few seconds, and then you breathe out. And then for like 30 to 60 seconds, you just get this insane brain rush, but also your butthole opens up. So I'm not kidding.
Spiritual butthole?
No.
Physical butthole.
Physical butthole goes, whoa, come on in. They're pretty fantastic if you're having gay sex. But you could also have a stroke and die from it. You could have a heart attack from it. It's not safe.
They sell them until the law changed. When we were at that bar, they were in a fucking vending machine.
I know, and you bought the wrong ones on purpose.
It was a funny gag. So your anus is opening because you want it to?
No, your muscles
like if
relax.
I were to take...
Like your butthole.
So all of your muscles relax?
No, just the butthole.
What if I don't want my butthole to relax? I like to keep it tight.
Then don't do poppers.
You know me.
Then don't do poppers. There's a very clear solution here.
How am I gonna open the live shows? That's like my opening bit. Is I just do poppers on stage.
Do that
and then
go,
I have people.
Oh, my butt.
Oh, my butt is so open.
Oh, I can't sit down. I might take the stool with me.
Do you have any funny popper stories?
Not funny. I have really sad ones.
You know what? The show is kind of a bummer most of the time.
Let's
go for
lean
it.
into it.
Give me a popper story.
Okay. There have been at least 3 times that I can think of. That's not true. I can think of 2 for sure. There are 2 times where I spilled the entire bottle on myself while a man was pounding me. And I was like, can I have some? And then I just everywhere. And it's an irritant. So like you immediately have to go wash everything off or you could burn yourself. I've done that twice.
Cool.
Funny popper stories? I mean, not really. I will say I don't understand the desire to popper while dancing. Like, I don't understand doing that outside of anything but anal sex. What
Yeah,
what do you need it for?
What is it? Yeah, what does it do? You said brain rush.
It's a brain rush.
Do you just feel really good
Yeah, you
for
just
a second?
feel... Well, I assume so. I got to be honest, I've never done them outside of sex. So, like, I know that my brain immediately goes, take all the cocks! But I don't know if you're on the dance floor. I don't know. Maybe it's like, dance harder! More dancing!
Maybe that's your brain. Yeah, maybe that's just your brain.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you, what about ecstasy? Molly?
Yes, obviously. My funniest Molly story.
Tell me about it.
Well...
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Molly, it's a thing that happens often at this party in Chicago called Queen. And it's just the best place to do Molly. I mean, you shouldn't. But if you're going to, Queen's the best.
Is it a club? What do you mean?
The club is called Metro. It's it's like across the street sort of from Wrigley Field. But it's every Sunday night they do a party called Queen. And so like local queer people will host it and queer people just go. And it's like an all night, I think it's like a 4:00 bar. So it's open till 4. Everyone's rolling their fucking balls off. You shouldn't do that, but I've done it. The only time I've really regretted it was I was looking for that particular drug all night and I was coming up short and I finally found it as the bar was closing. And I was like, well, I already have it. So I took it at 4 a.m. as I'm leaving the bar. I took it. And
Yeah.
okay,
For what? What was your thought in that moment?
I'm being very
You're
dramatic.
Like, this is gonna be the best train ride.
I did end up taking it like maybe 30 minutes or so before closing because I didn't realize they were closing. I really didn't. I thought I at least had a couple more hours. Still stupid. You still shouldn't. Anyway.
So as it's hitting, they're like,
as
everyone
it's hitting,
out,
they're like, everyone out.
Perfect.
The night's over. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. And I'm standing on the sidewalk and I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, I was.
How are you alive? How the fuck are you alive?
I have no idea.
It's so weird.
Idea. I know.
Huh.
But I see this short yet attractive man with a full head of gray hair, and he's clearly rolling as well. He's like standing 10 feet away from me going, and I was like, hey, buddy. I was like, what are we doing now?
Very Charlie Chaplin-esque.
Yes,
very vaudeville.
Exactly. And I was like, what are we doing now, buddy? And he's like, come into my house. And anyway, come to find out.
God damn, Drew.
And we were
I'm so glad you're alive.
I'm not. We're too high. Like we're rolling too hard to have boners. So we end up just kind of like making out a little, but just being naked and just kind of rolling around and laughing.
And just slapping those boners against each other.
To flaccid. Well, you know our flaccid is small, so we had to be careful. But I
don't want to put that out there.
But I will say he was a mess. Like he was in
what
his like he was in his late 50s,
like
early 60s.
Like he was like a stinker. He's a real stinker.
No,
You're
he
a
lived
mess.
in this fucking high rise, and it was like out of American Psycho. It was like it was like modern yet out of date, and there was like you could tell he does a lot of drugs. There was the paraphernalia and stuff, and it was just like he was a mess. And I'm like, at your age, sir. Anyway, next day I'm driving. It may have been a couple days after, but next day sounds better. Next day I'm driving. I'm listening to NPR. I love NPR. If I'm in the car, I NPR. Okay. And the afternoon guy comes on, and it was him.
No.
It was the afternoon guy on NPR. And
that's awesome.
Anyway, so for the next few years, couple years, I would see him like out and about, like around town, and he was always incredibly fucked up. And I
NPR's
heard
tough.
that he later, he got fired from NPR for being
stealing tote
high.
bags.
For being for being a mess.
So, Drew, this is one drug I have done because of you.
Don't say that.
You encouraged me. You were like, "Oh, you'd love it. You should try it. You'd love it."
You would, but like
I did.
It's a hard come down.
No, not for me. Not for me at all.
You're already low. You're already at the bottom.
I had a friend. It was on my birthday, and he was like, I got you some ecstasy. I think you'd like it. It'd be a lot of fun. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, look, my wife over here has been on it like for the last hour. And he's like, you can tell from the way she's rolling if it's like a good drug or a bad drug. Like she wasn't like jittery like Charlie Chaplin. She was like chill, and she was like, And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I didn't think it was working, but I loved everything. Like I was like, this song, it's such a great song.
It is incredible, but everyone remember,
if I bumped into people
do die
I'd be
on
like,
it.
oh my God. And,
but you have to drink water.
I drank a lot of water, and at like 5 a.m, I woke up and shit my brains out.
Yes. Well, it's probably cut with baby laxative.
Just once.
Sometimes they'll do that.
And then I was fine.
Oh, no, wait, that's Coke. Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, he said, did you eat anything? And I was like, no. And he goes, okay, you're going to shit your brains out later tonight. And I was like, okay, great. Looking forward to it.
What a professional. And for everyone listening, know that fentanyl's in everything now. So you do have to test it.
Fucking fentanyl.
Test everything. Please.
Fentanyl.
But don't do drugs. Official Twinnuendo statement, don't do it.
Don't do it unless you want to have a good time. Did you, Norm Macdonald had a great bit about acid. and that it's a drug you could do and then many years later have a flashback. Did you ever do acid?
No, I didn't. It terrifies me.
Yeah? Why is that? Have you done anything
Because
psychedelic? Have you done anything that would cause you to hallucinate?
I've done ketamine.
Okay, what does that do? What is ketamine?
It
Special
is
K, as they say.
Yeah, I think I snorted it. I don't remember. But it was when I was dating that drug dealer in St. Louis, when I had that giant breakdown. I broke up with my boyfriend in Louisville. Do you remember Chris?
I do remember Chris. He was hairy. I hope he's okay. I hope that he's living his best
doing
hairy life.
Great. He married a guy named
the
Drew.
He's the afternoon guy on NPR. He just got that.
He is now. No, he married a guy named Drew. They seem very happy.
Weird.
Right?
He gay married. It's not a real marriage.
Yeah, it never will be. But what? Oh, wait, what?
Special K, ketamine. You did it when you were dating the drug dealer in St. Louis.
Yeah, I broke up with Chris because I was a fucking idiot, dumb bitch who was desperate to do drugs. And so I ended up like dating this drug dealer guy in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. Mm-hmm. St. Louis is a very druggy town. It's a sad town. It's sad.
It's a shit
It looks
hole.
sad.
It's really sad.
It's not good.
It's not
anyway,
great.
and so we did a lot of ketamine and GHB. Ketamine's it's like cocaine and ecstasy combined. Like you get like the rush and you get the energy from coke, but then you also have this kind of mellow, I love everything vibe. But then if you do too much, you go into a K-hole, which I've done. And it was
what does that mean?
By far, it was the scariest moment of my life. I remember it to this day as terrifying.
So what do you mean?
I've never done it again. I've never done ketamine again.
The K-hole is...
You do too much.
And what happens? What happens? What do you mean? I've seen that joke.
Okay.
Like I've seen people be like, "Oh no, I'm in a hole." Like they do it on South Park. Oh no, I'm in a hole. What is it? What does it mean? I don't get it.
When it happened to me, it was a drug dealer was in Louisville and he was banging me on my couch.
Okay.
And the DVD player screensaver was on. You know where the DVD
right.
pops from whatever.
Bounces around. Yeah.
I'm getting pounded, and then I start to like look at the DVD thing, and I get really into the DVD thing, and then all of a sudden I'm falling, and everything falls away, and I'm just falling in a black nothingness, and
oh my God,
a voice comes over. It gets so much worse. A voice comes over and says, "Hi, I'm God. Nothing's real. This has all been a lie. Your mom never existed. Your family never existed." I remember the mom one because I freaked out at the mom one. But anyway, and you're just, this is your reality. You're never going to escape this. This is just you now. This is where you live. Ha, 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 ha. And then I fell for what felt like days.
Sure.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Okay.
Before I fell, I was in a museum hallway and I was looking at a giant painting of me and drug dealer fucking on my couch. Like I'm watching it happen and I'm hearing it happen because it was still happening.
Yeah.
And then I fell away. Then the hallway fell away, everything fell away, and I'm falling forever.
Right.
Anyway, so then as I'm falling, I start to come to. Finally I hear his voice and I come back. And I told him it felt like I was gone for decades.
Yeah.
Truly, I went through all the stages of grief.
You Narnia'd.
I did.
Yeah, that
I went
was
through all the
Narnia.
stages of grief as I fell. And I thought for sure I had been out for an hour. I had to. That was crazy. And he was like, "No, you've been out for 30 seconds." And
now from his perspective, what is he seeing?
I threw up in my shoe. I don't know what he saw.
When you're in the K-hole, you threw up in your shoe, or as soon as you came out of it, you're like, shoe time. Give me a shoe.
I discovered the throw up, and I was like, "Oh, who did that?" And he said, "You did that." I was like, "Okay, cool." But truly, it was the most terrifying moment of my life. to date.
You still
It was
remember it
horrible.
vividly.
Yes. It was horrible, Grant. It was so scary.
I
never want to do it again.
Ever.
No.
Nah, I don't want to do it now. God damn.
And that's what the Vivian from Drag Race UK, she just died of a ketamine overdose. Because ketamine's huge over in the UK, in the gay community.
Hey, if you're listening from the UK, don't do it.
Don't do it. That's kind of like, I think in the States, our version of that is meth. I think crystal meth is a huge issue in the gay community.
Have you ever done it?
No. And the only reason I've never done it is because I know I would love it. I know I would become addicted so quick.
Yeah.
Never. I will never even. No,
you'd
I
be
would never.
picking your face off and you have no teeth. And
they do it. The gay community issue, I believe, they do it is because when you do Tina, apparently you are just horny as fuck for hours. And so you can fuck for hours. Sorry, that's what it's called. Crystal meth. They call it Tina.
Why do they call it Tina?
Because Tina Turner was made of meth. She wasn't a real person, Grant. She was meth the whole time. I don't know. Crystal, Tina, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, like you just fuck forever. And I've never done it truly because I know it would ruin my life. And
well, that's smart.
But I did go to a group sex party and I got there and I thought it was weird that there were so many people at a sex party at 10 a.m. But I just thought like, well, maybe they're like me. They get their day started early and they get horny.
How did you find out about a 10 a.m. sex party? Is that
Craigslist.
Like you go to IHOP?
Craigslist. Okay. Yeah,
Got
brother. Oh, Craigslist got me so much cack. Craigslist, honestly, I should be dead. It's Craig's fault.
Craigslist, didn't they take all the personals out? Are people still using Craigslist for that shit?
No, you can't.
Okay, because we got our cat off Craigslist. I want to make sure she's not.
Yeah, no, you could still do
sex
Craigslist.
fiend.
You just can't do the sex stuff.
So it was a 10 a.m.
Yes,
meth bang.
And I thought that was weird, but I was like, well, I'm horny, so let's do it. And I get buzzed up. I go in, and there's like 5 guys in this. Love their fries. 5 guys in this bedroom.
Well done.
None of them are hard. But all of them are
just slapping their soft dongs against each other.
Well, no, but they were all just kind of like rubbing on themselves. Like one guy was like fucking himself with a dildo, and another guy was just kind of like playing with his ass. And I was just like, okay. And so then one of them like came over to me and was like, take your clothes off. Ooh, you're cute. And then he kissed me and I tasted it. There is a very specific. I was always told that you can tell someone's been doing crystal meth. Like if you're having sex with someone, you could tell because you'll taste it in their mouth. I can't remember exactly what the taste was, to be quite honest. Anyway, but I tasted it and I was like, oh. And I look around and then I see, yeah, I just can't. But it's something like rubber bands or something. It's something like not horrible, but not good. Anyway. And then I look around, there's fucking like pipes everywhere. I just like, I walked into what they had been doing all night and I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I was like, I'm so sorry.
You said,
I misunderstood.
I'm sorry. I thought this 10 a.m.
I thought we had all been well rested. I thought we knew. I thought we were coming here with hard cocks and calm minds.
I thought that we had arranged our schedules to start the day like this, and then we're all going to go out and be captains of industry. Drew, what about cocaine? Yeah, you've done cocaine, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
What about?
I'm really grateful that I never liked it. Like that not that I didn't like. Well, just that it doesn't do anything to me, really.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean it doesn't do anything to you?
I don't know because it does. It does a lot to me. I don't know why I said that. I'm realizing it does a lot. You just get really jittery. Like, I know I get really chatty and jittery.
That doesn't sound fun at all. Why do you do it? Why did you do it?
So that you can stay out later. Because, like, you're drinking, you get tired, it's 1 a.m.
It helps you rally.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know it's very addictive. And for whatever reason, I'm addicted to everything. It didn't work on me. The addiction part.
Huh.
I was really grateful.
Interesting.
Now, cocaine, the first time I ever did cocaine was in this guy's apartment who killed himself. He jumped out of that window.
While
He
you were
lived in
there?
No. But like a year later. But he jumped out of
because of that.
Yeah, he couldn't stop thinking about the night. No, he jumped out of the 30-something floor of his high rise in Chicago. Yeah. Anyway.
A real lethal weapon.
But the first time I did coke was at his house, and I did it, and then I immediately shit. I had diarrhea like you would not believe. And I'm at this guy's house, shitting my brains out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I came back in. I was like, I just shit so hard. What the fuck? And then drug dealer was like, oh, yeah, this is some bad coke. Somebody cut it with baby laxative. And I was like, what? And that's a very common thing that they'll do to try and spread out the coke. So
I've
that was my
always
first
worried
coke
that
experience.
I've always worried that when I'm snorting baby laxative that someone cut it with a little bit of coke. Like that's been my fear.
Yeah.
Is when I'm just trying to get more
you
regular.
Gotta test it. You gotta test it.
I'm not gonna get high.
Truly though, cocaine now, fentanyl is killing people. You do need to test it. There are test strips available.
Fentanyl's fucked.
Very simple. It's a simple process.
Cannabis, weed, marijuana, THC, Mary Jane.
Yes, I'm high
the
right
Kush. Now. How big of a part of your life is it? Is it a daily thing?
Yeah. I wouldn't say daily. I do take a couple days off every week because I want to keep my tolerance down.
It doesn't matter what kind of weed I'm consuming. I get sleepy. My memory goes, I get a 5-second memory and I get sleepy.
You immediately
doesn't
fall
matter
asleep.
what kind.
Nice.
Well, I just get sleepy. Like I'm just like, I just get real
that's the
sleepy.
high feeling.
Like whenever,
that's the vibe.
Yeah, but like some people can smoke it or whatever and then they can hang out. I'm not a good hang. Like I'm like immediately just like whenever we hang out with you in LA, we get your recreational weed and we try to watch a movie and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And
that's the fun part. I like
snacks.
that part of weed because then I can go back and watch the movie for the first time.
I will say that some of the funniest moments we've had together have been sitting there watching movies super high.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of memories to choose from. So yeah.
I belly laugh. Like I always end up laughing so hard when we do that like my stomach hurts. Like I cry and my stomach hurts and
you're welcome.
It's a good time.
Move to California.
It's a good time.
And you can do this every night.
And maybe we can cut this out if we need to. Why doesn't Alexis do it?
She's a lightweight.
I'll tell you.
And it freaks her out more than anything. And then she was doing a little bit, but then she accidentally drugged herself. What is it called? Greened? She accidentally greened herself.
I don't know what that means. What is that?
She was dog sitting.
She
was dog sitting JB, and Curtis and I were going to Philadelphia, and he had put my gummies in a Starburst gummies bag and resealed it, and that's how we were going to take the gummies. And anyway, as we're leaving, his brother-in-law called and was like, "Hey, I actually was able to get gummies in Baltimore, so I'll just bring them with me." So I was like, great, we don't need to fly with them. So I just stuck them in the cabinet. I didn't think about it. And Alexis got hungry. And so she opens the bag of Lifesaver gummies.
Crush that bag. Yeah.
She ate all of it. And let me tell you, Grant, they looked and felt nothing like Lifesavers. Not the right shape.
Absolutely.
Not the right size.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Some of them were covered in sugar. They had like a little sugar covering.
Right.
It was so obviously not that. But she ate the whole bag before she realized that was weird. And she basically, she gets so high with 5 milligrams, she thinks she's going to die.
Right.
She easily ate 100 milligrams, if not more. She said it was the scariest night of her life.
So what happened to her? What was her? How'd she respond?
She cried. She cried and just stayed in bed.
Did she call you?
No. She took.
Yeah, she probably couldn't work her phone.
JB out immediately because she was afraid that if she continued to get higher, that she would forget and she'd leave JB outside. So she took JB outside so that she wouldn't forget.
That's smart.
And then she just.
That's smart.
put blankets and pillows around herself and cried. She said it was terrifying. Oh my God. I've never greened out, so I don't know. But it sounds scary.
When we were in Chicago for the IMHO Live, right there, nice. We watched, what was that movie we watched? Cillian Murphy movie?
Red Eye.
Red Eye. We got high and watched Red Eye. And I remember
Red High.
Angela said something and we started laughing. All of us started laughing and we're like crying, laughing. And Alexis is laughing just as hard. I know that the only reason I'm laughing is I'm so high.
Right.
But Alexis is losing it. And she's sober as a
She's
church
not,
mouse.
though. She gets contact highs from if other people are high. She just takes it on. That's what I mean by she's a lightweight. She doesn't even have to do it to be too high to function. If you're high, she's suddenly high. It's wild.
I love it.
She just adopts everything around her,
funny.
Which is probably a trauma response, actually, now that I say it out loud.
Right.
Protect trans youth.
So Drew, we do have a voicemail.
Yay.
It's time for voicemail. It's the only drug I need. Fan voicemail. Put it right in here, brother.
Listener. I don't like the word fan.
Right.
Listener.
Are they not fans?
I mean, who could be a fan of you?
If this is your voicemail, tell me if you're a fan or not.
Or not.
What does that
I don't know.
mean?
I'm high. I'm so high.
All right, here we go.
Hey, brothers. My name is Nathan. I'm from Idaho. I've been listening to your podcast since, the beginning.
Whoa.
And I know a big through line is just how much purity culture affected both of you and Angela and pretty much, everybody in your life. I kind of want to share my story because I'm asexual and somehow these fuckers still affected me with purity culture. Growing up, I grew up in the Mormon church, so LDS. And
Yo, great
the big
musical.
thing around sex that they talk about is it's something really pure that God made that he wants to share with you once you're in love with somebody and married to them. And it's just this huge act that he created. It's divine in nature. And as I was growing up, I realized more and more that I would never be able to do that. Especially with I was born as a woman. And so the big thing that they wanted me to do was to be a mom. And I remember Mormons do this thing where once every year or 6 months, I honestly don't fucking remember, they meet with you. So every single member in the church. And so I remember being 15 and I was meeting with the bishop, so the pastor, and I just started breaking down in tears because I said I can't do what God wants me to do. I can't have sex, I can't be pregnant, I can't have a baby, I can't be a mom, and I don't know if I want to be. And his response was, because we were also taught this thing where men, yes, they have the power in the church and they can hold the priesthood, which is a whole other fucking thing. But women, they can have babies and they have the power of creation. Isn't that so sick? And so
super sick.
All these men got to have the priesthood regardless. And then I couldn't have a baby. I couldn't do the one thing I was supposed to do. And so I'm crying to him, what's my place in this church? And he said, you can still care for other people's children. So that was really exciting.
Babysitter.
And I think that's about when I started looking, because if there is a God, why would he make me have sex? I was like, this is fucking stupid. I think that's about where it was. But for a long time, I went kind of the opposite direction of a lot of people, where I was trying really hard to want to have sex, and I was trying really hard to be able to be this thing that God wanted me to be. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting because I'm hearing your story and I see people around me who go through that, but it still affects people who don't want to have sex. So it's kind of a fucking stupid system is what I would say. Anyway, thank you both for, doing a podcast, and I've recommended it to so many people. I really appreciate you both sharing your stories. I can't imagine how vulnerable that is. But anyways, I hope you have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan. That was really sweet of you for calling in.
My heart breaks for any youth that has to grow up in the church, because it is the amount of focus they put on things that they want us to hate about ourselves is such a waste of time. It's so damaging, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
The true purpose of it is to control you. That's all it is. They're trying to break you down and make you feel shame all the time, so that you have to turn to God because He's the only one who can get rid of your shame.
Yeah.
Even someone who is asexual is having to wrestle with their sexuality. And it's like, y'all are the ones that are putting so much focus on this shit. And it just doesn't matter. I mean, sex does matter if you do it wrong.
I mean, I think that it's the only way I know how, brother. The us versus them, as far as like all the different categories of identity related to sexuality, the church bears a lot of responsibility for creating these camps, because they're the ones who would look at you, brother, and say that, no, you're gay. But then they would say that, no, that's not an identity. That can't be an identity. Well, no, you made it an identity. You told me that's all that you reduced me to this thing. And I mean, that's what purity culture did. And I remember I had a student in my former church who came up to me, and very similar to Nathan, this student had an experience where she said, I believe I'm asexual, and am I okay? Like, is that okay? And I remember saying to her, as long as you're not gay, am I right? High five, straight high five. There was such an emphasis on the expression of your sexuality following a certain pattern.
It's wild.
She didn't know if she was okay just being who she is. Yeah, it's terrible. And Nathan, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I'm so glad that I hope, it sounds like you found peace and accepting who you are and finding joy in that.
And Nathan, I'm so excited for you
that
you're asexual, because sex is dumb and it's boring and it's tiring and it brings chaos when all you want is come.
You've changed, brother.
I have.
You've changed.
I have.
You've changed a lot.
Thank you, 12-step.
But also, I've heard of people meeting with their bishop. I've heard of this. And so, Drew, let's speak out of our ignorance. Mm-hmm. So from what Nathan just said, Mormon people have to regularly meet with their bishop and like tell them what?
All their bad stuff.
What they've done wrong? Yeah. Is it a confessional type thing?
I don't know. It's very sexy. It's very casting couch.
If you had to meet with a bishop right now, Drew, what would you say? What would be your confession? What would be your big confession?
Oh, I have to confess? Okay.
Yep.
What's his name?
That's the whole point of this meeting. Here, I'll be your bishop.
What's your name?
I'll be your bishop. My name's Roger. Roger? Bishop Roger.
Hello, Bishop Roger.
Drew. Oh. Yes. Welcome. Yes,
thank
son.
Thank
yes,
you.
welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Can I sit?
Please don't speak over me.
Oh.
I really wish you would. Stop staying so close to me. I can smell you.
Bishop Roger. Is Bishop your first name?
It was my father's name.
Oh,
please.
Okay.
Call me Bish.
I understand.
Bish Raj.
Bish Raj, it sounded like I said Bish Raj. Not funny? No.
You seem really high right now. Are you high? Is this your confession?
Hang on. Wait.
Are you falling in a hole right now?
No, I'm not.
Did you green yourself?
I'm not.
All right.
Everything I know is real. Okay. Hey, Bish Raj, I just wanted to tell you that there's a few things I feel really guilty about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me
First,
about it.
I married a man. I'm really sorry about that.
He's got a hang down. He's got a dangler.
He's got a dangler.
What's a dangler like?
It's huge. It's honestly too big.
Oh.
And then...
Yeah, you got any pictures?
Do I have pictures? Well, I can ask his mom. She always has an album. Listen, Bish, I'm really embarrassed about this one, but I killed a guy.
Oh, that's fine. Well, was he white?
I wish he were. I wish that had been the case.
Not a problem. We're Mormons. Really not a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
don't worry
great.
about it. We all do it every now and then.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
how are you going to
nice.
get home from the bar? You got to drive.
It is important that you drive your car.
What, are the woman going to drive me? We're laughing. We're having fun.
That's so true, Bish. That's so true.
Yeah. What's your final confession?
Bish, I can't drive myself home. May I please ride in your Bishmobile?
You absolutely can. And you know what we say in the Mormon Church? Ass, grass, or cash. I'm all good on the grass and cash.
Well, I barely have an ass, but whatever I have, you're welcome to it. And if you get poppers, I can take your whole
and scene. This was good, and thank you for playing along.
We did
Drew,
it.
I do thank you for taking us on this this drug fueled walk down memory lane of drugs.
What was the reason for it? Why did you want to talk about it?
I listened to Neil Brennan, and he had an interesting conversation with I want to say David Cross. Anyway, they had a whole conversation about drugs, and then it made me think like, Drew's told me drug stories over the years. And I went, I should just ask him about these drugs, and we'll podcast, and we'll be just as successful as Neil Brennan and Blocks. And so I'm pretty sure this podcast is going to make us
just want to let y'all know
successful.
Officially, Twinnuendo says don't do drugs.
Don't
Nancy Reagan did a lot for this country. She gave a lot of incredible head to some of your favorite movie stars. And she also told you to say no to drugs. She even sat in Mr. T's lap to make that happen. And it worked.
Speaking of head.
Do you think Ronald Reagan was a cuck and Mr. T was her bull?
Fantasy unlocked. Thank you for that, Drew. I'll use that later. But I do want to say to our patrons, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being you. Just, hey, thanks for being you. So like we said, don't do drugs, but patrons, you do whatever the fuck you want. Drew, how many dates are out right now for the IMHO Live, the tour?
Yeah, October 5th in Seattle. VIP is sold out, but general admission's available. And I love being a general in God's Army. And so you need to buy that ticket. And then November 21st at the Bell House in Brooklyn. I do think the VIP is sold out as well. We're so sorry. But general admission is a thing, and we need you. Because if this doesn't do well, I will kill myself. And then we haven't announced the LA show yet because the date has changed multiple times. But
am I bleeping this?
I don't know if the tickets are available yet. No. I've already talked about it on on IMHO. And then that. New Year's Eve, we are coming back to the Den in Chicago, but I don't think those tickets are on sale yet. So we're not hiding it. I don't think they're on sale. So we haven't announced it officially, but we're telling people. So we'll be back for New Year's Eve in Chicago.
So that's exciting. Brooklyn and Seattle,
different
general
show.
admission still available. VIP,
yes.
VIP is sold out. But general is available. And I want to let you guys know that I have my own VIP experience that hit me up. I'll give you my Venmo. Those are not sold out.
You're doing the merch table, Grant. You're doing those pictures. Endless. You're doing that little camera.
I'm not going to do anything that's not... Drew, I need money. So I'm willing to do poppers, and I guess Drew said take your whole family.
For money?
I don't know what that means.
Poppers for cash?
I'm doing poppers for cash. No, I'll give you Drew's hotel room, and you can have your own VIP experience. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're
going to hate it.
I need so much money. Drew, do you have any final closing words? Remember, the rapture either is happening or has happened at this point. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Oh, yeah. Looking down is not the same as looking back. Like, God said, don't look back. And Lot's wife was a dumb bitch, and she did what she wanted, and now she's salt, okay? She goes inside a container. We put her on salads. But then if we look down as God's taken us up, guess what he never did? Told us not to look down. So he's not going to turn us into salt because it's not our fault. Salt because it's not our fault. Oh, they need to put that in the DC Talk song. Rapture.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Drew, remember, you can't get raptured and have clothes on. So why don't you go ahead and pop that shirt off while we go. Bye, everybody.
For money.